Hi, this is Cycrene's Monitor, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction for you, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we're doing lives on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central, except for today because we got a meeting to go to. We're doing a little bit early. For today, we got Domino on deck. Hello, Domino. Hey, hey. And of course, the wife is here helping out behind the scenes.
Hello.
Where do you want it to go? You want to go down? Okay. Let's do the card of the day as Domino sorts himself out. This is a message from Universe to us for today. Okay. And the card is New Opportunities. Now, making sure that we're getting into these many opportunities that are coming your way. As I've said previously, there's always opportunity in chaos. And with all this chaos going on and people crying, oh, the Bitcoin went down, I got to sell it. This is the opportunity to pick up some Bitcoin nice and cheap, as it's going to be going up quite a bit in the next couple months. By December, somebody was saying that it's probably going to go to about $100,000 US. So whatever that is in Canadian, some pretty good pocket change for everybody out there. So always looking for these opportunities as we move along. In chaos, there's always opportunity. Just remind yourself of that and keep your good eye out for those things. Okay, let's get into the first thing of the day as we're waiting for people to log on. Somebody was asking the question, it was on the Discord today, that a pro-Russian hacktivist group, Killnet, Anonymous Sudan, was saying that they were going to hack the UK bank or the European banking system. Now, I saw this and I thought to myself immediately, it's just a bunch of propaganda to get the Europeans angry against the Russian Empire. So that was my first thought when I first saw this. And I wouldn't put it past many of the European and American countries, the politicians, to do something like that to get everybody on their side. So we're all angry at Russia and all that sort of thing. And that was the first thing that came to mind when I saw this. Of course, it is past the 48 hours, I believe. They announced it. And I don't think they actually did anything. And if our banking systems around the world are that weak, maybe we don't need. we should go to cryptocurrencies as our banking system. Just an idea. Anyways, the cards that I put down. Financial flow is going to be continuing the way that it is. Regardless if it gets hacked or not. I don't have any feeling that it is going to be hacked at all by Russian hackers, even though they're some of the best hackers on the planet. I'm just picking up that it's more of propaganda to get everybody mad at the Russian Empire moving forward and trying to get everybody on a war stance with them, which would be ludicrous. Anyways, so there's going to be new financial flow, but the only situation that they're going to be coming up with in the next little while for the European banking system is there is going to be outages with actual money because they can't. As we all know, if there's a run on the banks, there's not enough money in the vaults of each bank to cover everybody. Okay, that's fractional reserve banking. That's not the problem of the Russians. That's the problem of our fractional reserve banking system, where they only have to cover a certain amount of cash in the vault for the amount of money that they've issued. Okay, and I'm hoping everybody knows that. So if there's ever a run on the banks, know that you probably wouldn't get any money from them in the long term or the short term. Okay, so just a reminder out there. You should be already getting the majority of your money outside of the banking system right now. Things are going to be going on very, very soon, and you should be storing it into safe assets like gold, silver, Bitcoin, some Ethereum, um, and maybe any of the top 50 cryptocurrencies that are out there. Okay, so that's for that one. Not too worried about that. Also was asked on the Discord was Black Economic Empowerment Quarter System, which is from South Africa. They've been doing a whole lot of things, and somebody was asking the question if that is going to be continuing into the future for any length of time. So let's do a little bit of a reading on that one. It's kind of a going against the white people, getting the power back into the hands of the black people, and blah, 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 right? Of course, a lot of these things can become very troublesome for those different countries that are doing that. Like Black Lives Matter was a terrorist group. Okay. And they can cause much problems out there. But for this one, I think they're going to be solving that situation in the next little while. I think there's going to be a big change in the South African government in the next cycle. I do see this sort of situation basically going to the wayside, and there's going to be a much better system coming into play because the people are going to be starting to demand that particular situation for all South Africans, black and white, and whatever color that you may be, instead of just hanging your hat on one or the other. So that's going to be a thing in the next 2 to 3 years. You're going to be seeing a whole about face with many of the governments in the next little while, where they're changing this scenario of racism into something better. Okay. And a lot of people are going to be a little bit of alarmed as we're going through that process, but it's going to take about that amount of time for it to level out into something that is actually useful for all South Africans. Okay, so that was that question from the Discord channel. And of course, the wonderful thing that popped up on my news feed on YouTube was France wants to go with the BRICS around August, which is very interesting. It's something that I was predicting a while back, that many of the different countries around the world are going to be going with the BRICS nations and getting away from the American system that we're still in, okay, and going to the more BRICS system, which is going to be based on a lot of the currencies are going to be based on gold, silver, actual tangible assets, instead of the American system, which is all based on air. Okay, so I'm thinking that a lot of the small countries, and I didn't exactly see France being the first one. I thought maybe Germany or maybe even Turkey going into the BRICS, and that I think is still going to be on the horizon very, very soon, because Turkey does a lot of business with Russia. Okay, and of course somebody asked that question, why when Putin goes to South Africa, why they wouldn't arrest him. The answer, are you freaking nuts? It's like poking a bear with a twig, and when he hits you back with his big claw, and half your face is going to be gone. So with that in, they understand that it's a bunch of nonsense. I was watching a politician from South Africa, and he was laying it down on the line with one of the reporters from the BBC. Okay, so there's that thing. So France going to the BRICS. Let's have a look. I think that'll be the start of things, and then it's going to be releasing many of those European nations into the BRICS nations. Kind of something that I saw not that long ago. It's going to be happening, but it's not going to be August, September. They're going to be inquiring about it in around August. And then I think the rest of the BRICS nations are going to go, well, maybe. Okay. And they're going to have to make that decision to get into that BRICS nations from France. I'm picking up in about September, October, in that period of time when it starts to be a thing. Okay. And you're going to hear a little bit of news from the United States that calling France a bunch of traitors and we should turn our backs on France and all that garbage going on. But it's going to be the linchpin that's going to be releasing many of the other European nations into the BRICS umbrella coming up very, very soon. I think the one after that will be Germany. That's pretty much what I'm picking up. So very interesting times, and it's kind of what it was what I was predicting not that long ago, where many of the European nations are going to be, and the smaller countries are going to the BRICS. And I think parts of Africa are going to be more parts of the Africa are going to be part of the BRICS nations as well. Okay, what else do we got on the docket? Lessons learned. Now, this is the title of today's show. If you do not learn the lessons of the universe, that universe is, I should change that. It is the lessons that you wrote down in your contract before you came here. Okay, remember this when you're going through all those situations that you deem, oh, it's so horrible. Those are the things that you picked for yourself before you came here. Okay. And there's a lot of people who come to me trying to negate or go around this particular situation or have me solve the situation for them. The wife does this as well for people trying to solve the situation for them. Never ever do that. You can counsel people as a medium or psychic or anything like that, but you cannot do it for them. And the reason why is if you do it for them, they will have to do it again. Okay? So, and it's going to become harder and harder and harder and harder and harder until you learn the lesson that you wrote down on your contract before you came here. And once you learn that lesson and go through the process yourself, it'll become much harder and harder and harder to solve. So everything that we go through is part of our learning situation that we came down here for. So remember, everything that you're going through is part of that lessons that you're going to be learning on this plane of existence. So if you have something in front of, it's okay to get counsel or somebody helping you with solutions to certain things, but it's never a good thing to have somebody do it for you, okay? Because it's going to come up again, okay? And it's going to be much harder. I should have brought out my tarot cards. A little bit of a lesson for you about tarot cards. I got my oracle cards out, but I'm going to show you something. Now, there it is. Now, when in a reading, you go to a reading, and they give you major arcana. Okay, major arcana are things that cannot be changed, okay, in the reading. So whatever the situation that it is that you're going through, you still have to go through that particular situation from the major arcana cards. If it's something like a regular, the Five of Pentacles, okay, that is something that you can change and negate. But if it's something from the major arcana, okay, like the Hierophant, I just pulled that at random, you have to still go through that process depending where it is on your reading. Okay, that is part of the contract that you signed before you got here. Okay, so if you see a whole bunch of major arcana cards, negative and all that sort of thing, doesn't have to be negative, but those are the things that are set in stone. Okay, but the lesser cards like the One of Wands or Two of Wands or anything like that, the One of Swords, those can be changed. Major arcana cards cannot be changed, and that is the lesson that you're going to have to go through, and that lesson to be learned. Okay, so if you are doing readings with tarot cards, that's what that means. Okay, little tarot card lesson there for you today, and about lessons, and go through them. Smile. I go, hey, this is part of my contract. It's like crap, but I got to go through it and learn something from it so I can bring it with me to the other side. Okay, and I'm here to help you go through that. Finding solutions. I'll never do it for you. Okay, I'll help you with solutions to get through it. Okay, so that's what the title of today's show. Hopefully you learned something valuable for today, and a little bit about tarot cards. Okay, the wife is saying we got to do the Discord channel. Lots of things going on the Discord channel. Lots of questions, and I'm getting a lot of the show material from the Discord. A lot of people are talking back and forth, communicating with one another, which is awesome. That's why we created the Discord channel, for everybody to talk amongst themselves, share things, all kinds of stuff on there. There's some new cat pictures on there, I think, from Bob Job, and a lot of good memes from Bob Job that he sends me. You can put it right on the Discord if you want. Just saying. He puts out some good stuff, and I try to keep up with it as much as I can. So if you have, there's a section for questions for Andre. Just type something in there. If I don't answer right away, it's probably going to be in the next show. Okay, so let's get that link out there for everybody. What? The wife's laughing at something.
I was putting up the next thing, but you were still on Discord.
Oh.
I was anticipating your move.
Oh. Okay, so there's the link for everybody to capture if you can, to get into the Discord channel. Whole lot of things going on there. Dark's doing a lot of stuff on there, and Marlon, many of the other people that are regulars. Lots of fun for everyone. That rhymes. Okay, let's get into the next thing. Hello, Andre. Was this the final dip? No. Or will we see a bigger one? I don't know about bigger, but there is going to be another dip. I think it's going to go up a little bit, and then it's kind of going to retest that level again. That's what the cryptocurrency traders say. So it's going to be testing that level a couple of times. Usually 3 is usually the way. I do watch some traders, and they always say it'll probably do the same thing 3 times for whatever reason, and then it'll go either up or down, but it is going to go up after that 3rd time. This is our 2nd dip to that level, I believe, in the last little while. Probably 1 more in the next little while, and then people are actually saying, people that I listen to are saying about $100,000 per Bitcoin. So if you think it's what, $27,000 American, it's 34,000 Canadian. If that's too expensive, well, how's $100,000? It's going to be very, very soon. And people are saying that about December. Okay. And that's going to be the small rise. Wait till we get a little after that happening, and it's going to be really exploding after that. Okay. This is why I keep mentioning get into Bitcoin. We're going to be buying some Bitcoin tonight at the meeting. Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. If you would have 250,000 USD to spend for BTC, when and how would you buy it? Well, for me and the wife, we would just go to our friend Kevin, who has the Bitcoin bank here in the city, and we would just do it that way. There are other organizations that can handle that amount of money. Maybe Binance. I'm not sure about that. I don't use Binance all that often or ever, or Coinbase. I think they can handle that amount of money. Maybe a little safer. I don't know. Don't know much about exchanges all that much. I used to use BISC, which is on the Discord channel. I gave it to everybody. It's a decentralized exchange. But that's probably how me and the wife would do that, is we would go to our friend Kevin at the meeting. He owns the Bitcoin bank, and we would just do that. And we trust him with that sort of situation. Okay, so hopefully that answers your question. Street card readings for Voidism. Hello, Voidism.
No, we'll get to later.
Okay. Diablo 4. I haven't played 3 yet. Jeez. You guys are way ahead of me. I played 2 way back when. Okay. For Voidism, there is going to be a new location that you're going to be going to. I think it's a job situation that you're going to be changing around you for whatever reason, or your job changes where you're going to be doing your thing. Also picking up that in that transition, you're going to be a little bit worried about the particular situation, but it's going to be turning out just fine. There's some new relationship going to be coming your way, and it's going to be really good for you, but not necessarily for them, because they don't know how to deal with the particular situation that you find yourself in. In about 2 to 3 months, I think they're going to be accustomed to you. I think it's a person that's not that accustomed to certain people, so they're a little leery of you. Okay, so it's going to take that little bit of time to get accustomed to you, and I think you're going to be pretty good friends after that period of time. And then I think there's going to be in that new location that you're going to be going through. There's going to be a little bit of a waiting period that you're going to have to go through before you can actually do the celebrations that you were thinking of doing. So there's a little bit more grind, and then you get to that goal that you were thinking of, and then you can do the party thing. Okay, so work now, party later, and I think everything is going to be turning out just fine for you. Okay, thank you for that. Dilly, card reading, please. Will the Mirin crypto reach $3 to $5 US in the next 2 to 4 years? This is one I don't think it's going to be actually reaching that amount of money for whatever reason in that time period. I think there's something going to be happening with it um, in the next 2 to 4 years. That's going to be dragging it down. Maybe some controversy or something like that behind the scenes, or just everybody's focus on other things at that particular time. 5 to 10 year outlook. Yeah, they're going to be going through some situation that's going to be really harming them in the future. And it's going to take them a long time to recover from this particular situation that's going to be coming up for them. So, me personally, I probably never really get into this particular cryptocurrency. But it's going to be going through some hard times in the next little while. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Hey, Andre, if I started a travel YouTube, will it be successful?
I got a big yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It works if you travel. See, I couldn't do that because we don't really go anywhere. So here's Brandon, which is about 2 hours away from Winnipeg. It's a whole lot of nothing. Brandon's actually just one big street. If you've ever been here, it's where the brother-in-law lives, or one of the brothers. Of course, we're going to Edmonton in a little while, which will be a lot of fun. It'll be my third time in Brandon, or excuse me, Edmonton. I've been to Brandon 4 times.
I don't know. Maybe.
We've been there twice, right?
I've been there a lot more, so I don't know how many you've been there. I lost track.
Yeah, we lost track. There's a great ice cream place on the end of the road. So. Weird place, though. Quirky. That's the word. But if you ever find yourself in Brandon, go right to the end of the road and hang a left, and there's a weird ice cream place you can go to. Anyways, YouTube travel, yes, I think it is going to be doing very, very well. Just make sure that you don't overcomplicate the process. Make sure that you have keyword tool like I use. What's it called? TubeBuddy. Okay. Works really well with keywords, and use your ChatGPT for helping you out with the ideas and the descriptions and all that sort of thing. That is one of the main things. And I use Canva for the thumbnails. So if you don't know what that is, get into it. It's going to be a good time saver for you because thumbnails are important. Every thumbnail that you see now is done in Canva. So, but I am picking up a big yes. But hopefully you travel more than me and the wife. It'd be a real dull show. Today we're going to Morris. Anyways, which is a little town about an hour from here. Marlon, Link is at a good price to buy. Okay, get it. Have we hit bottom yet? Nah. Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be skipping along the lake for the next little while. I don't think we're going to go much lower than where we are at. There's a whole lot of fear mongering. Oh, we're going to go down to $5,000 Bitcoin, blah, 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 blah. This is a panel question.
Sorry.
Wife's laughing at me. Have we hit the bottom? No. So it might have a little longer to lower to go. Makes sense. A lot of things going on. I think it's going to be going a little lower in the next month or so. Okay. So good time to buy. It's one of the ones that I suggest getting because it's part of a bigger thing. And I posted a small part of the plan for the new financial system on the Discord. So another reason to go there and go have a look. Yeah, in about a month, I think we're going to get to that all-time low. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Can you do a prediction for me? I sure can. It's a person from Twitch. Hello and welcome. I got like 50 people on my Twitch channel, and they're all trying to sell me something. Except for Mary Tina. Hello. Thank you for not trying to sell me something on the Twitch. This is the moment in time that we're going to have to let go of certain aspects of what you think are true. You're going to be changing your beliefs overall from new knowledge that you gain. So this is that period of time in the next little while where you're going to be changing much of your thoughts and feelings on your spiritual side. Okay? Things that you thought were true are going to be turning out a little different than what you thought. This is okay. This is part of the spiritual part of ourselves, where your concept of self and the universe around you continuously changes. My concept of God and all that sort of thing has changed many times throughout my lifetime. Okay? And I think you're going to be going through something like that with some new knowledge coming your way. Okay? And you're going to be actually part of some group, I guess, while you're going through this process. You're going to be making new friendships with that. Okay? So hopefully that helps you out. And have fun with change. Bob Chubb. Hi, will the UK join BRICS? Yes. Not for a while, though. I think they're still trying to do the thing where they're trying to make all the UK people scared of Russia and all that sort of thing. But they're going to try to do that for a little while, but it's going to be falling flat on its face. And I think in about 2 years' time, you're going to be getting into a situation where you're going to be into the BRICS nations. I don't think you're going to have a choice, or your politicians will have a choice, really, because the U.S. keeps stomping on you and turning its back on you. And I don't see any other way to go for the UK. But that's not going to be for another year or two. Okay? Thank you for that question. Wife's on the phone. When you sign the contract, you get here and forget the terms. Yes, you do. So how do you know what you're supposed to learn? Well, that's easy. The crap that's in front of you. When stuff happens to us, that's probably the lesson. Okay, it doesn't just happen. It all happens for a reason. I'm all the things that you need to learn from. Okay, so if you continuously avoid something or letting people looking after the other people around you, I think is one of the things Stark is guilty of. you have to allow them to learn the lessons on their own. Because every time you solve something for them, they will have to go through it again. And if you're the helping type of person, which I know Dark is, you're going to have to help them again because they've gotten so used to you helping them. Okay? So when you're going through the process and they're going through something, let them go through it themselves. I know it's hard, okay, but this is a spiritual concept or way. It is the way. If you've watched The Mandalorian, you have to allow other people to learn the lessons that they need to learn. And maybe the lesson that you're supposed to be learning is to let them. Okay? I know it's tough. I know we all want to help everybody and do all that sort of thing. You can give advice, but it's up to them to take the advice and act upon it. Okay? Okay. Thank you for that. No, Andre. I know how to buy and wear, but not sure if I should wait. Okay, you can wait. I don't really look for the lowest price. I just see the reaction of everybody. Okay. If everybody's running around with their hair on fire, going, that's okay. Time to buy. It doesn't have to be rocket science. Okay. I think now is probably the best time and probably the best price you're going to be getting at for BTC or any of the cryptocurrencies that you're thinking of right now. Okay. As I said in the past, that there's going to be a moment in time when you're not going to be able to get any because everybody's going to be dogpiling in at a certain price. Okay. And you may be left in the cold without any. So this is why I've been cautioning people to maybe get it now. Okay. It's pretty darn good price now overall. Okay. If you're waiting for $9,000 Bitcoin, you're going to be waiting a long time. Okay. Right now is the best price. Not financial advice, of course, but I would just do it now. And then you got it, you put it in your treasure wallet, you got it in your safe, and then you can move on with life. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. Oh, thank you, Daisy Chains. 10 pounds. 3 cards, please, on my brother's experience of traveling up in a dark tunnel into Dome of Light, like a waiting area. Then an angel turning him around and to be shown my little boy standing next to an angel. Okay. Interesting. So your brother, okay, had a near-death experience. I've known a few people that have gone through that. Their personality is going to be probably changing, and probably for the better. Okay, going through that experience. A lot of people are changed in a great way. We know like a few people that have had near-death experiences. Jerome, who's usually on our Facebook channel, he's died a couple times and come back, and he's changed. And Paul Elder, who we met a long time ago, who's the head of the remote viewing for Stargate for the United States government. He had a couple near-death experiences, and it always changes you. And usually those people become, because they're closer to the other side for that moment of time, they become more and more psychic. And their attitude changes, and their spiritual self changes. So keep an eye out for those things. He's going to be getting a whole new set of principles that are going to be leading him into a new area of thought and a new spiritual self. He's not different religious because I'm not religious, but I'm more spiritual on the spiritual side. There's a difference between the two. I think he's going to become more and more spiritual in his nature, not more religious, and this is going to be a good thing. And he's going to be, in a way, really getting into the situation where he wants to learn more. Okay, he may even be more mediumistic over time. If he has a little bit of fear of the situation, just have him become, and that it was a good experience. And probably the angel that he saw was Gabriel. Okay, he's a good guy. Probably went, get back. It's not your time. Okay. And they do that quite a bit. I think he's going to be more mediumistic. My brother got scared because the angel said, your time in near. Okay. But just not yet. Oh, that's the other thing. On the other side, they don't really have concept of time, which is tricky when you're talking with them and you want to get a certain date. Near could be a couple years from now. Could be when he's 80. They really have a hard time with calendars on the other side. So I'm picking up not to worry about that. I don't think he's going to be going to the other side anytime soon. Once you become more spiritual, uh, going somebody that we love going to the other side is not the worst thing. Okay, because now that you can talk back and forth as much as you want, and sometimes they won't shut up. Just saying. Once you become more spiritual, your feelings of going to the other side kind of change over time. Okay, and you can just go to the spiritualist medium, and they can talk. You can talk back and forth through the mediator. Though we're sad that they're gone in the physical, you always can talk to them on the other side. But I don't pick that up for any time soon. Okay. I think he's going to get to 60 or 70 or beyond. Okay. Hopefully that helps you out. The cybertext note is, we already went through that. It's a false flag. I think it was something cooked up by the Western persons to get everybody scared and focused on something else than the stuff going on within the British banking system, which is falling apart. So now they got some scapegoat or trying to make up a scapegoat why everything went boom. And we already know that the banking system is about to collapse anyways. That's why they're introducing the CBDC, so you don't go nowhere and you stay trapped in the system. So they're trying to work it out that now they have somebody to blame when everything goes to pot. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. When will I get another visit from my grandfather? It's been a year since I last saw him after a minute. Is he on the other side, I'm assuming? Well, if he is on the other side, he's probably sees you all the time. You're just not listening. Okay? That's the big part of being a medium or psychic or whatever. The be quiet and listen. And pay attention. But just have a look. He's going to be coming to you when there's disharmony in the household. And he's going to be coming to aid you in that particular situation. You have to remember they do come back if he is on the other side or in the living, where he's going to be coming back and helping you through a particular situation. And to know that he does love you and care for you and all that sort of thing. And he's looking out for you, and he's always watching you. Okay. Like my grandfather, always looking around. Okay. I think you're going to be really noticing him in about 2 to 3 months' time. Okay. You're probably going to smell him for whatever smell that you associate with him. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. Can you do a reading regarding my highest goal? A house for my small family, please. I cannot throw all my money at the moment. What did the cards say? Well, for that, first thing is to wait for the housing crash and get something nice and cheap. So if you can, hold back on that so that situation can happen. And it is going to happen because we all know that the housing bubble is about to burst. It will be something that's going to be something that you can do in about 2 to 3 years from now within that period of time. And there's going to be a great opportunity for that. You're going to be getting something very good and very cheap because of all the things going on right now. The hardest part of right now, the banking system, the crypto system, the housing market, the jobs market, people falling over dead from stuff. It's the waiting. There's a whole lot of things that are building up, and they're all going to be flooding out at the same time. So being patient and waiting for the opportunity within the chaos. And like I said previously to somebody else, there's always opportunity in chaos. And when everybody's, I gotta sell my house for next to nothing, that's when you're there with your money. Okay, so it's going to be in the next 2 to 3 years that it's going to be happening for you. Okay, thank you for that. Trump stopping at Versailles restaurant after indictment. Hidden meaning to stop. I think there is. I don't know the restaurant really or anything like that. Yeah, I think it's more of a he's just calm and cool and all that sort of thing. Nothing will actually happen from the indictment. They're going to be putting that on hold because the one lawyer was saying that he wants a speedy thing, and Trump's lawyers have to agree to that. So they can take it as long as they want. And it's going to be after the election. And so when Trump becomes president, you can go, done. The whole thing is based on nonsense in the beginning. Okay. Presidents can take classified files and declassify them and bring them home. Not vice presidents. Presidents can do that. So with Joe Biden doing that thing went back when he was a vice president was a big no-no. And of course, there's the double standard, right? Trump can't do it, but we can. And so you're going to see a whole lot of that nonsense going on. The restaurant thing, I think it's just him being himself and being comfortable with everything going on because he already knows that it's going to go his way. And maybe he was just hungry. It's a wonder he didn't go to McDonald's for his Big Mac.
Mm.
What's his favorite? I think it's cheeseburger that he likes the most. Yeah, he's feeling safe. He has no worries. And he's going to be utilizing this entire indictment situation to his advantage, like I had already said in the past. He's a master of that. And he's awakening his true self. He's just showing his true self. He's hungry. He goes to the restaurant. He's feeling comfortable. And he doesn't really have any worries about what's going on. It's just yet another witch hunt that the other side has been doing to try to get rid of Trump. And it's not working. It's only making him stronger. So I'm hoping that answers your question. Okay.
Versailles was French Revolution started there.
Oh. Okay. I should know that. Being French. And that's why my family came to Canada. That could be he either did it because he was just hungry, or I don't think it was planned in some big code or anything. I think he's just hungry. Okay. Thank you for that. Andre, I have a buyer for my home. Okay. Will the sale go through with these buyers, please? You've been changing everything around you to have this happen. You're learning, grasshopper. Changing the world around you and probably surrounding everything with white light and surrounding the customers with white light so that they're the right people and you're attracting the sale to you. Right? And so it's going to go through. Right, sweetie?
Yeah.
Talk to the wife.
What happened?
I'm just going using the white light around the customers and making this sale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're going to be using your inner power, which you've probably already been doing because you're paying attention to things that I say. And you're going to have those positive expectations, of course. That was the third card. Dreams come true. So you're utilizing all the tools at your disposal to get the thing done. Awesome. So it is going to be working out for you in a good way. Okay. Thank you for that. Michelle. Hello, Michelle. Can you tell me which year would be good for me to sell cryptos? I entered market in 2021, so portfolio is underwater. At this point in the game, I wouldn't sell anything for a long time. And the way I look at it is it's my savings account. Why would you want to spend your cryptocurrency and put it into a currency that's falling apart? By December, I think the cryptocurrency market is going to be way up high. So selling it for a worse currency, just take out little bits, pay off your bills, keep it in the cryptocurrencies. Okay, not financial advice, of course, just the way I think of it. It's safe there. There's banks falling apart and all that sort of thing. It's safer in the crypto. Okay, it doesn't look like it right now, but it is. And I think it's going to be in the next 2 years that we're going to see a big shift into cryptocurrencies because of stuff going on in the banking industry. Okay, thank you for that. Hi, Andre. How do you see buy the top six crypto like Litecoin and then jump into others like DOT, Cardano, XLM, multiplying the potential earnings? Buy the top 6, which is a okay idea, like Litecoin. And then jump into others like, yeah, if that is your strategy, that would be actually good strategy. Get those top coins out of the way. Put them into your portfolio. I'm telling you, there's going to be some huge movements with these cryptocurrencies because it's actually part of the plan. Those cryptocurrencies. Everything else, maybe not. Litecoin is going to be a huge one. .ada and XLM are going to also be part of that particular situation coming up too. Usually the top 50 are probably the best ones to get into, and you'll be okay with those particular cryptocurrencies. Anything below that, it's more of a crapshoot. Okay, so definitely get the top cryptocurrencies right now. So, yeah, you're right on track.
Okay, that's all.
That's all?
Yeah, last question.
Oh. And we're almost done for the day. Okay, so make sure that you join us on the Discord channel. I'm going to put the link up again in case you missed it the first time. It's right next to the homework that Dark gave me. I got a busy weekend. So there's the link again, in case you missed it the first time. You can get in there. It's free. It's for the community. So you all can talk and discuss things, post things, ask questions for the next show. Awesome stuff going on there.
Get the homework.
And my homework.
No.
Oh, my homework. Oh, your homework. Your homework. Which is on the Sunday show. At 11:15, we have the remote viewing show. So we all build up our psychic abilities and to become better in our everyday life, which we've seen from Daisy Chains, doing all the things. The target number is HLA 5218, which is the target number for this Sunday show. It's going to be an awesome time. We have some very good psychics coming out of the woodwork. They're doing really good work, and I'm very proud of them. Okay. And the key to being more and more psychic, and we're all psychic. You're only as psychic as you allow yourself to be. But it does take work, effort, trial and error. You're going to fall flat on your face. Okay. It's part of the process. It's part of the learning process. And you're going to get yourself up and you're going to keep moving forward. You're going to keep failing forward. Okay. So come out for the Sunday show and we're going to build up our psychic abilities for the better. Okay. If you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to psychicreadingsbyandre.com where all that information is there for everybody. Also the Discord button, if you missed it, is on there as well. If you like a personal healing with my wife, the Reiki Master, make sure you go to psychicreadingsbyandre.com where all that information is there as well. And all of our affiliate programs are on there, including the Trezor wallet to keep your cryptocurrency safe in the best possible way. Is also on there. And if you should happen to purchase from one of the affiliate programs, know that we make a little bit of money from that process. Okay, with that said, make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.